Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the 52Toys Beastbox number 44, Old One. Now the name may sound a little bit odd, but I assume the English name came from the original, like either the kanji or the Chinese language, the characters, and if you translate those directly, I think that might become Old One. But once again, despite the name, yeah, this time we got a squid type Beast Box. First of all, I would like to mention this one I actually bought for myself, like as usual. 52Toys did not send me this. This one I bought on my own. Alright, so let's see what we get. So first of all, let's look at the box since it's taking a lot of space. So here is the box. I already took out all the components, and I'm looking at the back here. We got some extra details going on here. So yeah, here is the team that made this one. I believe we've seen this team a few times as well. And yeah, so nothing too special there. And let's get also rid of the typical stuff. As usual, this does come with the PVC card, instruction manual, and the instruction manual for the PVC card, and the catalog. There has been a slight update, but still, yeah, it doesn't show exactly everything. But still, it's good to know, because for those first timers buying this, might get a better idea on what else exists. Alright, and other than that, we still get this card. I do like this card. It's pretty fun to collect these. So here we have nice illustration inside the water or underwater. Here we have some stats, oddly enough, despite how its name is and how the story like kind of explains or background. You can pause here to check the description on the bottom, but still, despite that, it has low courage, pretty good speed and intelligence. Defense is, oddly enough, I guess average, and then strength is pretty good. So yeah, I'm not sure what courage does in this stats, but still, yeah, no, pretty good, well balanced. Alright, and you might have seen this a few times on my post on Facebook or last night on my community post, is that, yeah, this is a small bonus item. Yes, this is actually a bonus item. So as far as I know, there is no way to actually purchase this right now, only this separately. The way how I was able to get it is that I pre-ordered mine from a certain vendor in Korea, and then I bought it, and then he just happened to send me this as well. So yeah, it's just a bonus item, and the bonus item comes in a separate package like this. So keep that in mind. Alright, so I'm gonna leave this here, and let's see what we got. So let's see, let's open the Beastbox charger, or box charger. Yes, the box charger does come with the product, so just keep that in mind. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this is that there are some type of Beastbox that don't come with the box charger, but once again, these days they should be pretty common. And once again, before I go on, I would like to mention 52Toys is releasing some really cool stuff recently. Sure, they're kind of recolors, but the way how they recolored it really looks cool. And then they also, according to a certain informant, is that they're also working on a new lineup called the Beast Drive, I think, which are now vehicles that transform into these beasts, and they look extremely cool. If they do release it, I'll try to explain some background story about that as well, because there are some stories like wandering around regarding those things. Alright, so here we have the box mode. So once again, Beastbox or Mega Box, one of their concepts is that they can all change into these 5cm perfect cubes. So you can actually store them in, and if you have multiple of these, you can either connect them side to side or top to bottom. So pretty cool concept if you ask me. Alright, so here is all folded up. So this guy's transformation is fairly okay. It might be slightly tricky to memorize, but still, if you do it a few times, you should be able to do it without the manual. So everything is compact, mostly goes inside to the head section here. So you might be wondering, where does this guy go in? And when it's in the box form or cube form, there's no way you can store it in. But when it's in its beast form, then you can actually use this guy. So just to give you an idea what this is like a small alien type brain. So you can actually see opening up the legs here like a spider. A spiderish look. So I would have likened the fact that the back legs would be the larger ones, but technically they are on baldwin, so maybe that could be fixable to some degree. But still, this is pretty cool. I mean, it does actually look like an alien, and yeah, it even looks pretty menacing. And I do like the fact that despite being a bonus item, they put a lot of effort in it. So there's even like a connection port here on the bottom, and then you see all these color separated parts, the plastic, and then even clear pieces. So they did a pretty good job on these bonus items, and I really like it, because back then the bonus items would be like either like special upgrade parts for the specific beast box, or just universal parts. Alright, so that's pretty much it for now. So here we have the cube form. Once again, nothing too special in this form. So I'll be right back with the transform version, because if I show the transformation, it's going to be too long. Okay, I'm back. So here we have the squid form, or its beast form. So regarding the bonus item, the brain alien crab thingy, you can actually attach it onto the back here. There is a peg on the back panel of this black section here, and then you can slap it on there with the legs folded up, and then slap it into the inside the head, and you have the alien brain crab now taking control over the actual giant squid. So once again, this is a bonus item, so for those who have ordered this may or may not get that, so just letting you guys know. And once again, as of to this point, I have no information whether or not you can buy that this bonus item separately. Alright, so let's see what we got here. So obviously this thing has pretty good articulation on the legs. Now the main body here is pretty much stuck in there, because this whole top section here from this to this section here is now locked into place here, because there are now two pegs connecting to the main body. So this part is not really meant to move. Now also, when you transform, make sure to bring out the eyes out, because when you turn it into the box form or cube form, this thing actually, you have to push it all the way in until you can't see the white eyes there. So make sure you pull that out as well. Alright, so since we have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8 legs, well, I'll just show you guys the half of the articulation of the legs. So because, now let's get the first front section here. So the main leg here, all of them are connected to ball joint, except for maybe the back one here actually. No, okay, so all legs are connected to as a ball joint here on the main middle. So the first articulation here, you can go up and down like that. So thanks to the ball joint, and then another joint here, there's basically a double jointed situation here, so you can go up and down pretty freely. And since it is on the ball joint, you can go 360 here. And then there's another joint here that can go upwards and downwards, so no problem there, upwards and downwards. And then another joint here, and then there's another joint here, and then the end tip here. Now on the tentacle section, there is like a hole there, so if you want to, like, I don't know, attach some blasters on the tentacles, be my guest. And then let's see, here we have another leg. Once again, first ball joint connection on here, top and bottom can go up and down, and then the second joint can go up and down. And then this next joint is, you can actually rotate the end tip of the leg here. So you have another joint here that allows you to rotate. So if you want to make it look more natural, or want to change the direction only on the end section here, you can do that. And then there's another joint here, double joint parts, and then another joint here, and then yes, once again another hole. The other one, pretty much the same articulation style, so no need to mention. And then on the back one here, you have, once again, a bit more typical bigger ball joint here, so there you can kind of rotate here or wiggle around here. But going 360 might be tricky because there's a lot of stuff blocking the way. And then we have another joint here that goes 90 degrees to each side. Now this one is more meant for the transformation here. And then we have another joint here that can go up and down, and then the end tip here can rotate on its own, and then slightly it can go up and down. Now this section actually has a ratchet joint, so keep that in mind. And this one also has a ratchet joint. And then once again, there's another hole there, so if you want to attach, I don't know, another blaster or some sort of weapon, you can do that if you have any parts that can fit that. Alright, so yeah, so it has eight tentacles, so meaning that you can all move them individually if you want to do so. And just to give you an idea, that these are very well made, so because the stability of each joint here are pretty strong and stable, to the point where yeah, there we go, you can actually make it look like it's crab walking. I'm not sure if that's the correct term, but you get what I mean. So you can make it look like it's actually crab walking and such. And yeah. And then I would like to mention there is a hole here, so you can technically connect an action base, and thankfully these are one of those universal peg holes. So, and actually Tamashii Nation's action base will fit there. But of course, just one caution is that depending on how you angle it, it might rotate time to time. But once again, it's not a loose connection, but depending on the position and like weight distribution, it might, you want to be careful about that. All right, and yeah. So that is pretty much it for the articulation here, because on the body here, now then again, you do have a little bit of wiggle here, but once again, there are a lot of parts connecting to these, so, and a lot of joints here, so it's not really meant to like move freely. And then because these parts being clear, you can actually see the alien brain crab inside there. So if you want to take it out, it's slightly tricky, because the best way is that like kind of disconnect the main body here, because there's not much clearance here. You want to open that up and then reach out and then pull it out like that. So you close it up, and then the way how this locks into place is that there are 2 holes here, there's 2 pegs here, and you want to lock them into place. Now, locking them is kind of tricky because if you don't do it correctly, it won't really peg in and rather fold up. But once again, if you get it correctly, you should have no problems there. And that is pretty much it. So once again, I really like this concept because once again, we don't really get squid mechs, like squid or octopus mechs too often, and these are one of those rare cases that we actually did get one. And if you can, I do like this bonus item because the fact that it gives you more story, or kind of gives you a content where this could be just, while there is a bio for this specific beast box, like as a character, but once again, because of this alien brain crab concept, is that it could be like, this could be the actual character, and this is just a whole like mech suit or exosuit kind of thing going on here. So yeah, there's a lot of fun going on here. So do I recommend it? Yes, because it's overall fun, and it's a very uncommon design, and yeah, it has a lot of articulation, so very fun, a lot of fun points as well. And that is pretty much it for the review. So this was the 52Toys Beastbox Oldone. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.